Alright. Hi everyone, and welcome to Maybe It's Me, a personal platform where I share my thoughts on various life-related topics and discuss the latest in pop culture. I'm so thrilled to announce the arrival of my new baby. Yes, it's true. I'm a mother. Bitch, I'm a mother! I'm joking, I'm a man. Anywho, it took a lot of determination, perseverance, and overcoming my tendency to procrastinate. But nonetheless, here I am, ready to engage with all of you. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Before I dive into today's topic, I would greatly appreciate your support. Please consider liking, commenting, and sharing with a friend. Thank you so much. To share what I've been through, to take me here, I have been so pessimistic about myself for these last 6 months of 2024 and whether this is something that I should be doing. If you all didn't know, in January, I started my blog, Maybe It's Me.us. Yes, my firstborn, my oldest, the child that walked so this podcast could run. It was an incredible feeling to create and make an idea come to life. I came up with everything on my own, from the content, the brand, the website, you name it, everything is all me. No pun intended for 2 Chainz and Drake. However, the addition to my firstborn, it brought me phrases such as skepticism and self-doubt. Thoughts started to ponder in my head. Are you that delusional to think everything in your mind can be reality? This is not going to work out. And the classic, nobody cares. Plus, my blog wasn't my true calling, so I would fall in and out of inspiration with it, knowing it was a safe option. There was minimum chance of risk creating it, but this is way more open and vulnerable, which I'm scared of. If this is something I'm devoted to, shouldn't it match the passion in my heart? It needs to be the best, don't it? And as I'm going through this dilemma like Nelly and Kelly, the word loss just kept ringing in my head like those big school bells from Chicken Little. Maybe it was God, or maybe it was the voices in my head. But I feel like that's what I need to share with you all. I have such a strong relationship with the word, so my mission is complete if I could resonate with one person and help them out. Throughout my time on this earth growing up to now being 22, I've experienced loss in every aspect imaginable. From friends, family, confidence, living situations, relationships, anything you can think of, I have lost. So I want to be transparent and say that the past 4 years have been an actual transient for me. I have learned so much things and so much shit that I haven't learned in my 18 years. Yeah. In due time, I'll share the dirty laundry here. We'll see. I don't know. The unfortunate circumstances made me apprehensive and restricted, so I didn't want to do anything socially. I guess you could say I was depressed. I was recently in a 2-year relationship. Give or take the time with it, it pointed out my flaws more than ever. I barely wanted to be seen in public where I was on a date or sharing quality time with the person. I can count on only 2 hands, and maybe 3 if I'm being generous, how many dates I've been on with my ex in that time frame. And just to clarify, this is no shade at all. I'm just being honest and I'm taking accountability on my half. My self-esteem was so low that with all that I've been through, I didn't think I deserved happiness. When the troubles and red flags started to appear, I subconsciously reminded myself that this is what I'm worth. I do not deserve anything better, and who am I to try to bypass that? Uh, to further go down the rabbit hole, I was a true people pleaser, and I was doing anything to keep the peace or bond whether good or not. I often minimized myself, and I did not speak up regarding boundaries because I would rather have a friend than to be alone. Sound pathetic to say, right? Yeah, no. When my friends would ditch me, criticize, alienate, you name it. I wasn't okay with it initially, but I forgave them and befriended them because I genuinely believed that was the only friendship I deserved. I'm sorry, but I gotta recall this experience that popped up in my head. It's not funny. It's not funny, but I can laugh about it now that it's all said and done. Okay, to paint the picture, it's May 2020. And if you all know about that marvelous year of 2020, COVID was a special appearance who came and fucked everyone's plans. So, of course, me being a senior, my prom was canceled, and so was my graduation. So, with the cancellation of our graduation, my school proposed the great idea to do a drive-by graduation. Yeah, a drive-by graduation where we had to pick up our diploma, cap and gown, and that was it. There was no pictures, no memorabilia, nothing. Later that week or later that day, I honestly forgot. A friend of mine was having a graduation party with all of our immediate girlfriends that we shared. The party was cool. Let me not say that because it was one thing that happened. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So the party was cool and I was with her family, but it was this one family. It was this one family member. It was her uncle, and her uncle was like apparently homophobic. Like it was no subtleness behind it. It was no discreet. It was like full and aware that he's homophobic. I honestly forgot what he said, but I just remember that memory. But it's what happened afterward that I have clear conscience of. So after the party then came and went, we're all buzzed, cool, everyone's talking, socializing, and we're trying to figure out what to do since the night is still young. I mean, Nikki said it best. The night is still young. The night is still young. Okay, I'm done. Okay, sorry. So ideas are being thrown around, and someone comes up with the plan to call up the boys. If you all didn't know, I am gay. My closet is clear as glass, and if I want to be feminine, I'm going to be feminine. So I was already cordial with them before I branched out into my identity and who I am, but I lost interest after that light bulb of an idea popped up. So they call up the boys and ask them what they're doing, and they're doing the same thing. They're trying to see what to do. The boys asking who's all in the room, and it's like I already knew it was going to happen. It's like a sixth sense, or maybe it was my superpowers, my gay superpowers, or my ancestors telling me it's some shit that's about to happen. They proceeded to say everyone, but the noise gradually became silent after they said my name. Shortly after the silence, you hear laughing, and the girls ask what's funny, but they continue to laugh. They eventually bring up the idea of bowling and say they should come, and they all agree except for me because I'm kind of hesitant with what just happened. Maybe I was drunk, or maybe I knew what was going on without words being discussed. They were discussing who would be in which boy's car, and at that moment, I felt like a joke, an accomplice, an accessory, the gay sidekick, the usual, the arrogant Tate to the Ari Fletcher. Everything except being a human being. So after that, I proceeded to call my Uber and I brought it up to them slightly, saying I felt weird and uncomfortable. My friends told me, don't let it get to you. You've known them for most of your life. It's just one night and we graduated. After this, you won't have to deal with them no more. So don't let this spoil your fun. Crazy, right? Yeah. So after that week, persuasion of trying to convince me to go, I'm still feeling reluctant and I continue with my gut feeling to leave when this particular friend who decides to be a goofy goober says, okay, well, bye. Nobody's begging you to be here. Go home. And I'm just kind of conflicted because I'm like, who are you talking to? It definitely threw me in for a loop. I'll say that. So after she told her little joke to be funny, I thought that was the end of it. No, the other girls start laughing. And that's the moment where it clicked to me that the girls that I've been friends with for over a decade are not my friends. After that, I got into my Uber and I cried the whole 5 minute ride since her house and my house was literally just up the street. Like literally up the street. Maybe it was probably a 3 minute drive if I'm being technically honest. So as I enter my house, I cry silently into my pillow as I went to sleep. So I wake up the following morning thinking I would be awakened by a text message from any of them, and I didn't receive anything. But stories of them bowling and going out to eat at Waffle House. Ah, yeah. So I share those two experiences to say I'm no stranger to loss. I would subconsciously let these experiences prove to me that I don't deserve anything positive because I'm so used to loss. Even when I'm accepting of it and it doesn't work out, I let that validate my negative thoughts. Saying that in reality is crazy because I'm literally an angel sent from above. But all that to say, life is not easy and life does not care about how you feel. So throughout all the cards that you have been dealt with, you must let them go. As I reflect on this and I've been procrastinating, I found a user on TikTok named Javanage and a video popped up and she says, maturing is realizing that nothing in this world is meant to hurt you. Everything you go through, anything you struggle with is for your own betterment. It's all about perspective. You can't enjoy the flowers without the rain. We gon' struggle, but it's about how you bounce back from that and how you go through it. Grow through it, don't go through it. Such a beautiful quote. I would have thought she was Maya Angelou for that second. If you're experiencing loss, there's almost always a lesson that you can take from it. After you move through your emotions, I promise you'll know how to maneuver yourself to prevent it from happening again. With loss, you can grow in ways you weren't conscious of, so always take time to self reflect on those situations. Even though it happened, what part did you play in it? What could you have done better? And did you see earlier signs that could have foreshadowed this to happen? When we take the time to analyze ourselves, we develop a crucial skill called discernment, which helps us judge well about something. I could let these things harden me to be cold and heartless, but that wouldn't do anything but hinder my future with people and things I come across. Do you get what I'm saying? The same applies to you. Every day is a new day for growth, and you have the chance to shift your mindset to be open to new experiences. When your mind shifts to being attractive, opportunities are more natural to come to you. There's a general statement like attracts like. Although I believe you attract what you are, we also attract what we believe is possible. As human beings, we let our experiences define us and carry that throughout our existence. There are better ways to go, and I'm telling you that now. Experiences teach us to carry on with life, not explain it. Life is life, and we make it what we want. So why not envision it like it's intended for us? We own nothing in this world, and we only share time with whatever we have possession of. That sounds so beautiful. Maybe I'm crazy. Anywho, pick yourself up and try every day. The definition of best differs by day, and that's okay. As long as you're trying your best, that's all that matters. Strive to be your best self and reach your goals. The loss you're considering now won't even be significant. If you reach the end of this lengthy talk, I don't think I talked this much in the conversation. I'm just lying, I do. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to what I have to say. I'm so honored to be here with you, and I hope you all have a great day. Until next time.